Well, good day to you guys. Say hi, Sylvie. Huh? You want to say hi this morning? We've let Sylvie out. She didn't Houdini out this morning. I let her out to come and feed the animals with us. She's lost her collar on one of her Houdini trips, so I don't know what she's done with it. Around here somewhere. Come with me this morning. This morning we're going to give out some apple cider vinegar. I like to try to do this every Saturday, but we didn't have enough. I drink apple cider vinegar and honey in a little cup every single morning. Warm water, a little bit of honey, mix it up, put some apple cider vinegar in it, put it on ice, drink it. It helps my joints, helps me feel a lot better, and so I like it. But also, apple cider vinegar is fantastic for your animals, and so I try to give it to them every Saturday. It helps keep just keep them in good health. It helps them with worms. It's helped our chickens with worms. We've never noticed any issues since we give them apple cider vinegar about once a week. The only thing I will say I've noticed is every once in a while, if I give our chickens apple cider vinegar, it may take about a day. The egg laying may kind of ease up for about a day, and then it's right back. But I've noticed that pretty consistently, so I will tell you that. But we're going to talk a little bit about all the uses for apple cider vinegar. There's a million of them. We got an Amish home remedy book, and like every one of them's apple cider vinegar and something. But this morning, what we're really going to talk about is being prepared. So we did that ice storm video, and it was good. But I want to talk about more than an ice storm, right? We live in a crazy world, in case you haven't noticed, and things are changing quickly, really quickly, really rapidly. We had men's meeting at the church. Time that we're living in dominated the conversation last night. Because truly, it's quite crazy. Now, I know this is the Homestead channel, not the Bible teaching channel, but the two kind of go hand in hand in my life. So when you're putting apple cider and stuff, apple cider vinegar, use the raw, unfiltered, right? It's got the mother in it, all that good stuff. Apple cider vinegar. And it really don't take much. I got a kink in my hose. I just barely got any water coming. It really doesn't take much. Just a little dab will do you, as they say. Get out there, Sylvie. Sylvie's trying to drink the rabbit water. So, a little dab will do you on the vinegar. I'm going to give it to these baby rabbits, hopefully keep them from getting parasites and liver diseases and all that good stuff. Sylvie, get out of there. That's not for you. Give the wabbits a little move. Yeah. Alright. So I know this is a little chicken water, right? Works great for the baby rabbit, so it keeps them from pooping in it. Alright, so little dab will do you on the vinegar water, right? I don't really measure it. I just kind of wing it like everything else, but just a little dab seems to work good. They don't drink it as fast because they don't like it as much. But anyhow, a little dab of vinegar water goes a long ways. So, being prepared, whether you like it or not, times are changing drastically. And quite honestly, friends and family that watch these videos, I think it's about all that watches these videos, but in case somebody else stumbles on this thing, we, so me and my wife, right, we believe in God. We believe in the Bible. We believe that you're only saved through Jesus Christ. That being said, there are times that will come sooner or later that the Bible speaks of. And whether we're in that time, it sure looks like we're coming up on that time, in the middle of that time, starting that time, right? Or if that time's 50, 100, 1,000 years away, it will come eventually. What time am I talking about? I'm talking about the time where you have to have some sort of government-issued thing to operate in society, right? Where you have to have some sort of mark, the Bible calls it, of the beast to buy, sell, and trade. The Bible talks of times of great famines and pestilence and sicknesses, and the Bible talks of times of war and people hating one another and brother against brother and all those good things. And it seems as if now more than ever we're coming in that time. And if you don't believe me, and you're like, people can say that all they want, please look up my Leaving Egypt Bible study page, I guess I would say, on YouTube channel. Look up Leaving Egypt on my YouTube channels. That's my Bible study channel. I just did like a 2-hour video, hour and a half video about the time that we are living in and how we are, at least at a minimum, it seemed to be approaching the time of the end, according to the scriptures. Now, what's this have to do with homesteading? Well, this is what it has to do with it. According to the Bible, lots of things are going to change. The United States, as we know it, can't operate in the way that we know it in order for that to work. And we see the United States literally falling before our eyes. And so, this is some things that I think would be good. First of all, if you don't know Christ, get to know him quickly, right? You have no hope outside of Christ. Because once it is that you are saved and born again and you really dig in, I guess I would say, death itself, you no longer have fear, right? I'm scared of what it will take for me to die. I'm scared of, cancer, getting shot, getting my head lopped off, whatever. But I'm not scared what will happen after that. So that's number one, right? Know Christ. But please, guys, I know I've already done one video on this, but I'm going to do it again because I just see it, and I see it happening. Please get to know Christ quickly, please. Also, I want you to know that people should be learning some things, right? We probably should be learning about your wild edibles in your local areas. You should be learning about how to maybe snare trap things. I know bullets are hard to come by, and let's be honest, right? If this thing comes, this mark of the beast comes, and you aren't able to live in your house anymore, whether you got it paid off or not, because you can't pay taxes on it, you're not going to carry 500 rounds of ammunition on your person, more than likely, right? It's going to be hard. Be thinking about what it would take for you to be homeless and how you would live. Not just homeless, but not being able to provide food or water for your family in the traditional way, where you're going to have to hunt it, trap it, catch it, gather it, all of those things. Be thinking about those things. I'm not saying leave your job, right, and all that stuff. What I'm saying is, whether we are in that time right now or not, somebody's going to be in that time. And if we don't learn it now, even if we're not going into that time, if we don't learn it now and we don't pass those traditions down to our children, my grandparents, mom and dad, knew how to gather stuff out in the woods. My grandpa knew how to gather a few things. My parents knew a few things less probably than my grandparents. And then it got down to us, and I really didn't know nothing other than just a few things here and there. I knew how to garden, which is great, but what if you can't buy seed anymore? And what if you can't own the land to garden on? And what if you may have to get up and move the next day because they're coming after you? So I want you to understand that all of that stuff's good. Canning's good. Learn how to can. We need to do that. However, whenever the real bad time comes, push comes to shove, you ain't going to be able to can, right? You're going to have to learn how to survive off the land in the summer, in the spring, in the fall, and in the wintertime. So, please start learning that. Please start trying to gather that information. It's not hard. Look up your local conservation site. Begin to learn how to identify some plants. Get out and do it. Get out on sunny days and pretty days and start trying to identify. I know it's winter time, but there's still lots of stuff that you can identify. We still have greens that are still green around here, a few of them that we could walk around if we didn't know anything about them. Most of them we already know, the winter ones. You could go out and identify. I want you guys to think about, like, medicine is food, right? And so if you can learn what's in some of these foods and eat them at certain times when you're sick and all of that stuff, like, you need to be learning that. You need to be learning what people around you, people that are close to you, people that you are close to, maybe there's some things that some of you are good at, right? Not everybody has to do everything, right? But if you know somebody that's possibly a nurse, right? And ask them all kinds of questions and get them interested in looking into this stuff. Like, that would be a wise decision. If you know somebody that knows how to sew, right? And maybe you don't really know how to sew that good, let them teach you a little bit of how to sew. And maybe you know how to snare animals, right? And maybe everybody has to work together. But what I'm saying is, please learn that time, and please understand this. Your gold will do you no good. Your silver will do you no good. Your cash will do you no good. In fact, I feel odd giving financial advice because I don't have any money and I probably never will. But I'm not telling you to go blow your whole savings on everything. That's not what I'm saying. But it would be wise to purchase things that would help you, right? Things that will actually, if society crumbles, things that will stand, right? So if you can own some land, that would probably be a good thing, right? Buy some land. If you can, buy you a tent maybe for your family to live in. Maybe buy some tarps, right? You can do a lot of things with some tarps. Maybe some of those metal carts that you can pull around, those metal wagons that they sell at like Lowe's and all that good stuff that you can pull around and put your supplies in. Maybe some backpacks, right, that you can, some big, nice, comfortable ones that you can fill full of stuff and be able to carry on your person. And when I say stuff, I'm talking like clothes and knives. I'm not talking like your earthly, possessions, like your pretty stuff, right? I hesitate even saying anything, but your silver and gold ain't gonna be worth nothing. Invest it now in something that's gonna do you some good, right? Maybe get you a couple of goats, right? You're not gonna be able to move them around the entire time, but maybe for a little while, right? Maybe it feeds your family for a week. A milk cow, right? Maybe good, maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but figure those things out, right? How to be homeless, right? And feedless. What are you going to feed your animals? What are you going to do then when you can't go to the feed store and buy feed? Guys, I know this sounds crazy. I get that. But if you're a Bible-believing Christian, some of you probably think that the church is raptured out before that occurs. I'll be honest with you, I will say that I disagree with you, right? However, even if you believe that, the Bible is really clear that there's saints that will be alive during that time. And if we don't start passing those traditions on quickly, those saints are going to be in a world of trouble just in food and water, right? And I know what you're already saying, right? Well, God can provide. Yes, He can. And yes, He will. But the Bible also says that those saints are going to be rounded up and killed, right? There'll be some that are still alive. The Bible is really clear on that. When Jesus comes back, there will be Christians alive, right? Those that are alive and remain will change in the twinkling of an eye. But we know the flood's coming, guys. We know that. Start building. Start building that ark. We know that the sword is coming. I'm sounding the alarm the best I can. I don't want blood on my hands. Boy, I hesitate. I don't even want to. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what your family structure is, right? I don't know what your financial capabilities are. And please don't go blow every penny you got on everything, because Justin said bad things are coming. That's not what I'm saying. Make sure you can pay your bills, right? Make sure that you can continue living some semblance of this life, but just slowly, and maybe not so slowly, maybe whatever you can within reasons. Quit going out to eat, right? Maybe you eat bologna instead of the fancy lunch meat. Whatever you need to do to squeeze out a few extra pennies here and there, and get some of this stuff to help you prepare. Buy you a Bible, right? Something you can read and give you hope whenever you are down and out. I want you to, I don't know what your guys' families are like, right? But if you have some sort of something laid back for your children or your grandchildren, you probably ought to start dishing that out, or thinking about dishing that out, or be ready to do that quickly. Have your mind and heart prepared to do that quickly, in case it is that we realize that we can't no longer use our paper money to buy things, right? If it is that you have that kind of stuff laid back for your family, I'm not saying put yourself in a situation where you can no longer survive, right? My advice to my grandparents through the years have always been, you worked hard for that money. You spend it how you want to, right? Don't worry about laying none back for your family. Although I understand why you would want to do that, and I understand that that's possibly even a good biblical principle. At the end of the day, I don't care about finances. I don't really care about having a whole bunch of money. I never will. I never have. At one point in time, I made really good money, but I never have had a whole bunch of money, and it's just not important to me. I hate it when families fight over it. Mom works in the funeral home business, worked in the funeral home business, and she talked about people getting in arguments at funerals and stuff over finances, which just drives me nuts, right? But the truth is, if you do have some of that stuff, and you already have some set aside, and it's not going to affect your financial capabilities in the moment, or you don't think it's going to affect them in the future, and it wouldn't be a bad idea, right? To talk to your kids, to talk to your grandkids, whoever you're giving this to, and just tell them, listen, I know hard times are coming, and I would like to give you this to help you be prepared for those times, right? Not to go and buy a new car, right? But just to help you be prepared for those times. Guys, this is going to be it on this video, right? I know, right? Use the apple cider vinegar. Those are good things. Those are things you need to do. For your animals, that's a good natural way to help your animals clear worms and parasites and those kinds of things. But also, get prepared for the days ahead, please. Pretty please, get prepared. I'm warning you. First of all, once again, know Christ. If you don't know Him, you're out of luck. Second of all, get you a Bible right now, right? Don't play around. Go get you a Bible. And then start learning, right? Start learning how to pray. Start learning how to seek the Lord. Start learning how to discern. And then start learning your food around you and how you are possibly going to survive if you are homeless, right? Start learning that quickly, please. I beg you. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our page if you like the content that you see. We will do our best to keep pushing stuff forward till they throw us off of YouTube. Thank you guys for watching.